Masaccio painted that natural seriousness which doesn't change at all in 5 centuries, painted it by the light of every day, and found it as noble as any ideal that man has imagined. There's something marvelous about the artists who die young. When Masaccio died at the age of 27, he left work that established a view of mankind which we share 500 years later. But more than that, he established for the first time that a view of human beings might be the heart of an artist's work. Not idealized, not styled, not even imagined, in no way out of the ordinary. But men and women as they appear, it might be in this street, observed in real life, the neighbors, people seen in the humdrum light of every day. Personally, I'm the limited kind of painter who works only from life. So I was destined to have a special devotion to the master who first identified the grandeur of art as a quality of the real world. Painters before Masaccio had never been serious like this about the actual look of people in the street. The boy to be nicknamed Masaccio was born in a little town called San Giovanni Valdarno. It's 30 miles up the valley of the Arno, cradled in protecting hills. The town was animated by a strong and continuous community life and a sense of the autonomy of secular power. By the time he was 21, Masaccio was in Florence. In the church of Santa Croce, 100 years earlier, Giotto was painting. Giotto was the greatest of illustrators, with an incomparable sense of the balance between the terrestrial story, with its tenderness and sorrow, and the divine purpose which runs across it. He knew that people are solid. He understood that light strikes one side of a figure rather than another. But he did not come down to detail. He did not accommodate the individual flesh. Giotto's discovery of this solid stood waiting for 100 years, schematic and rather empty, waiting for the supremely great man who would see the implications of the way we perceive one another. Those implications for a humane art were beyond the understanding of all the painters working in the century between. Between Giotto and Masaccio, in the waning Gothic world, the quality of an image was something to be gathered like flowers. The Gothic image was brought to Florence by Gentili da Fabriano, the painter favored by the tycoons of Tuscany. Gentili's adoration of the Magi is a jeweled, embroidered pattern. The delicacy that Masaccio inherited from painters like Gentili gave him a responsiveness to the individual and the particular. And he was equipped to take up the tradition of Giotto which was waiting for him. When he was 21, the little village of San Giovanale, not far from his birthplace, commissioned his first altarpiece. For this quite simple place, he painted a picture that has a countrified straightforwardness. It comes like a breath of air into the fanciful, decorated Gothic world. The Recession of the Throne, though attenuated and slightly Gothic, has some of the new pictorial science of perspective. The saintly bishop, looking out at us, is unpretentious, timeless, natural. At San Giovanale, Masaccio already saw things with his unique steadiness and precision. He owed something of this to Gothic painting, and soon after he was collaborating with the most refined of all the Gothic painters, a fellow Florentine Masolino. The Gothic presentation, which frames the group and forms the presiding figure of St. Anne, the work of Masolino, the older man, is slender and willowy. But the colour within the contour has a ruby richness. Under its aegis, in the heart of this glowing picture, something different appears. Compared with St. Anne, the Virgin and her Son are solid and serene to the point of stolidness. They're surely the work of the younger man, together with one, but only one, I think, of the angels. We recognize not only a new artist, but a new consistency of embodiment, a mood which is not only impassive, as Gothic is, but cool in the modern sense. These figures by Masaccio have the presence of a new age. Then the Carmelites, here in the city of Pisa, asked him to paint an altarpiece for their important church. The altarpiece is now broken up and scattered, but some panels survive. His picture of the Magi appreciates the sober stature of the kind of people that we know. A mother is a little bowed by the care that is due from her. The worshippers are not at all flamboyant or ostentatious. Grooms and their waiting animals cluster together without much finery. Everyone is quietly occupied by the seriousness of the discovery. The men are wrapped in their cloaks and wrapped also in a new kind of representation, an attentiveness to the way the material falls and creases about the bulk of a body. The center panel of this altarpiece is the enthroned Madonna and Child. The freshness of Masaccio's vision is plain and clear beside a Madonna painted by Gentili. Gentili's image is as dainty as a lace doily.